people have found you guilty of 123 counts of first-degree murder and 123 counts of unauthorized travel to parallel universes.
There's never been anything like what I have become.
For these crimes, you have been sentenced to life without the possibility of return.
Are you ready?
Are you?
Freeze! He's escaping!
There's only one place he could be going.
Not a problem.
What if there was a killer traveling through parallel universes and he looked just like you?
The good news is, you're not crazy. The bad news, before I saw him, I felt him. It was me.
What if he would stop at nothing to take over your world?
Each time he kills one of you, the energy divides among the survivors.
He's close to Yulaw's strength.
Maybe it's part of what's been going on with you. When people get older, Gabe, they don't get stronger, they don't get faster all of a sudden.
If we kill him, this whole universe could go with him. I just need to do it one more time. This is the only way to stop him. My own design. Yeah, that'll work too. Miss me?
The One.
Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another edition of Chop-Socky Cinema, your #1 source of 100% water for your diet. I'm Josh.
Roger. David.
Our special guest star, and we are at the Dave Cienda, or as I like to call it, Chop-Socky Studio C.
Mike called it Studio D because it's David.
Oh,
See what he did there.
and this was actually Dave's choice, since he hasn't done any Chop-Socky with us since we did like the Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon double feature.
All that time ago.
So Dave
All that time ago.
So Dave wanted to do The One, starring Jet Li and Jason Statham.
And Jet Li.
And Jet Li.
And Delroy Lindo.
And a
Jet Li.
whole bunch of Jet Lis with silly wigs.
Oh, yeah.
That was probably the highlight of the film for me.
It really was.
Now, as far as since, to be fair, I brought the movie, so I'll give the synopsis. Short and sweet. A cop must fight his evil double from a parallel universe in order to save himself and the world. The world's a little bit of a stretch. I didn't...
Yeah, I mean, it didn't really seem like they were going to put the world in too much danger.
But
It might have been too smart, too
at the
strong.
beginning of this movie, I mean, they give a nice little succinct explanation of kind of, sort of string theory.
Multiverses and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
And then they basically, with that premise, you just go into it, and I mean...
If you time jump and kill all the other U's, you get stronger every time one dies.
Oh, the multiverse, which is an infinite diversity and infinite combinations, up to 125.
Up to 125.
Which, I think this multiverse was only 125 universes, but...
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, just
Slightly
really an excuse to... They listed... This great scene where they list all of the alternate, like, Jet Lis that have been murdered. It's just Jet Li Photoshop with...
Sven Law.
Hey.
Sven Law was my favorite. The Swedish blonde... They had a Jet Li with dreadlocks.
Yep.
They had Glamour Shots Jet Li. They had one that looked like this fierce gangster Jet Li.
Yeah. Yakuza Jet Li. Triad Jet Li.
Lawless.
Yeah,
Lawless.
Lawless.
Because everybody's name was Law. That's always
basically
like
we have the good Law, which is Gabriel or Gabe Law, and then we have the bad Law, which is you Law.
You Law.
Which they missed some great like who's on first puns with this.
Oh yeah,
which,
most
like,
definitely.
Who? It's like, who did this? You did this.
I was in the hospital. No, you Law. Yeah, me. I was in the.
So generally, for I mean, this is. I mean, even like this came out in 2001, and it really shows in like the quality of the CG and the the use of music. It's basically like a greatest hits of like early 2000s new metal.
Oh yeah.
It was nostalgia-tastic for me.
Oh yeah, yeah, no doubt.
Drowning Pool Bodies. I haven't heard this in forever.
But I mean, really, as far as like, what did you like about this, Dave?
Oh, I'd enjoy the adventure. It was not high thought. It was buckle in. It's a ride. Enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
And we got to see the inside of the Gatorade factory.
I still say it was a Surge factory because it was 2000.
We see what we saw at the factory at the end was just undiluted raw Gatorade.
More electrolytes than any human person can actually handle.
Which can each to a person.
That's right.
Electrolytes is what your body craves.
Just all the wonderful good tropes of the late 90s rolled up in 2001.
Like you said, abandoned factories full of lots of steamy pipes. And
but no people.
And vaguely toxic fluid.
Someone's going to punch a pipe and it's going to blow steam in their face.
You can tell this happened around the same time as The Matrix because there was a whole bunch of bullet time in it.
Slow down.
Well, I mean, the joke of gun fu and he blocks bullets with the gun, that was hilarious to me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
And then I never had this much fun with Jason Statham's character as I did watching it with you guys.
Oh, Jason Statham, first I forgot that Jason Statham was in this movie until he should have. And then when I IMDb realized his character's name is Agent Funches, and we had an endless amount of fun just with really bad
bunches of fun.
We had bunches of fun.
So many funch jokes.
We made lots of funchisms.
Funchism 107. Procedure is bullshit.
It is.
Funchism 3. It's humane if you just shoot him in the leg.
Yeah. Come on, boss. Let me just shoot him in the leg.
It'd be all right.
And then the final Funchism 15. Funch It will go live.
Pretty much.
I mean, it's Jason Statham doing his action voice, and he looks like he's
talks out the side of his mouth like Popeye. What's the movie?
He does kind of look vaguely Popeye-ish
because he wants to be American, but it still comes off kind of British a little bit.
I don't know. That's
it. Kind of slips back and forth.
I wasn't really sure what he was trying to do.
But his LA of the future voice,
depending on how mad he is.
No one will understand how tough things are. But let's stop for a bit of tea, okay?
Yeah, okay.
That, and for a dude from an alternate future universe, he seems to be really good at, quote-unquote, primitive technology.
Yeah,
well, it's like his partner told me, he's like, this is a different universe. Not everyone's a combatant. And I'm like, where did he come from? That everyone was a combatant.
The Running Man.
Maybe he came from Hades' universe.
I get the impression that, the place that they came from is
really rough.
Is pretty bad.
Yeah. Like war, like John Connor style war.
So, Roger L., what did you like about this movie?
I enjoy most Jet Li fare. It's really good Jet Li martial arts, and he's been at it since he's been I think 10 years old. So yeah, I loved all the old nostalgic, all the classical music. I guess now. Classic music.
Now classic music.
Bodies by Drowning Pool.
It's a 17-year-old movie. It's classical music.
Exactly. Disturbed. I remember them back in my younger years.
Actually, I mean it is unfortunate. Yeah, unfortunately, yes, it is. I wouldn't say it's easy listening, but it is definitely old school music.
Yeah.
Damn it. Okay, moving on.
And then I like the ideas of the multiple universes. It was pretty neat. I love the old hokey special effects from the 2000s where they all fall apart into pieces when they go through the time split, and they're just like, oh!
The very great Portal special effects.
As if you're a Portal agent, what's your favorite candy?
Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces.
What's the theme song?
I fall to pieces.
Oh, that's almost as many pieces jokes as there were funchisms.
Oh yeah, there's a lot.
But
I just enjoyed the whole thing, kind of as an overarching thing. I could see definitely copies from the Matrix and stuff like that, but Matrix made all the money, so obviously there's gonna be copycats.
And I mean, I liked some of the Easter eggs to other sci-fi action movies. There's the part where Law comes walking through all the sparks.
T2.
No, actually, that was Gabe Law because he was in the jumpsuit. He wasn't wearing a T-shirt, and he's walking slow. And then you see behind him there's a pipe that says Magnetodyne.
Magnetodyne. So not the Cyberdyne Terminator.
Like I said, I agree with you, Roger. I mean, it seemed to me that they actually, unlike some movies where they brought over an Asian martial arts actor into Hollywood, where they kind of did not take his input. But I mean, a lot of the fighting was like Tai Chi and Wushu Kung Fu.
He looks like he was one of the fight coordinators, or at least influenced a lot, as opposed to a crowbarring Chow Yun-Fat into an American movie and just being here, you say there, and do this.
Because this is actually one thing. The late 1990s, early 2000s is actually a really good time for Asian cinema fans.
Well,
Yep.
I remember when Rumble in the Bronx hit.
Oh, Rumble in
really-
Vancouver.
Yeah.
It really sparked that interest because most of us in the mainstream who didn't watch
Jackie Chan stuff.
well, we didn't watch VHS tapes of kung fu films. I didn't watch that stuff as a kid, and then seeing him in the movies in the mid '90s, that really inspired stuff. Because I remember watching, I think it was called Iron Monkey. I remember watching that with Marty at the apartment, and then like 3 years later, it was like Iron Monkey makes the big screen debut in America, and I'm like, I've seen this movie.
Yeah.
Pretty
And,
much.
I mean, like really, Jackie Chan start. Then John Woo came over.
Right.
And did Face Off and
Hard
Broken
Targets.
Arrow.
And then
Starring Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah,
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon hit.
And
It wasn't
yeah, I mean,
art
that
piece.
was probably the most successful like crossover movie.
I'd say so.
And this is really just the first of the
Of
movies
many.
that Jet Li did. That kind. I mean, this was actually no. Technically, Lethal Weapon 4 was the first movie he was in, which was pretty cool. I mean, he didn't have a lot of lines. He was the triad enforcer.
He was the
Yeah.
muscle
He
they
had
brought in.
this is the first movie that Jet Li had a lot of lines in it.
Yeah.
Well, the first movie I ever saw him in was Romeo Must Die.
Yeah. He didn't have a lot of lines in that movie either.
Even though he was the main character.
He responded to people, but he didn't have a
For
whole lot
God's
of
sake,
like
he doesn't.
diatribes.
It's even like it's one of the bad guys that actually says the title line of the movie.
Yeah.
Right.
And actually, Delroy Lindo's in that one too.
Yep.
Wasn't he the dad?
Yeah.
Yep. He was Aaliyah's dad. Rest in peace, Aaliyah.
Mm-hmm. But and then also one of the things I liked about this one was just the honestly Jason Statham's slipshot accent. He was pretty great, and I actually because there's a
Bunches of
part where
punches.
tying into the multiverse thing is you actually get to see alternate universe Delroy Lindo, and
Right.
that's a gas station attendant. Spoilers, and I actually like gas station attendant Delroy Lindo's performance better than
First
Time Cop.
Time Cop. Because
Can't say that. That's copyright. But he's a multiverse agent.
multiverse agent.
We don't want to get sued.
But it's just it's a fun popcorn movie. You can tell that it was all, you can tell that I mean they just made it basically as just a really fun like summer blockbuster.
Well, it was a 90-minute throwaway film. That was fun.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
So what did
romp.
we not like about this movie?
While it is fun, I do think they dumbed things down way more than they need to. Like
About the whole multiverse thing?
yeah, I mean that really sticks in my craw.
Did you want to see more multiverses and more him killing
Not
other people?
necessarily, but I get the idea. I'm okay with the idea that as versions of you are removed from the universe, that energy goes back to other versions of
The
you.
survivors, yeah.
I like that. I thought that was kind of funny. In the
There
end,
could
there
be
could be
only
only
one.
one. But
Highlander.
there's 125 people in a multiverse.
Mm-hmm.
It's too unweighted
Well, if there
scales
was
there.
unlimited universes, then we wouldn't have a storyline.
Well, I mean, I get that.
Yeah.
It just there's got to be somewhere in between where we can make a reason.
Yeah. But I think the reason they were trying to catch him is because he's getting too strong, too powerful. There's nothing like him that's out there other than him.
If there's any themes to this movie, there's a recurring theme of balance.
Yeah.
Where even
Has
like
to
the
be
good
balanced
Gabe actually
everywhere.
says like his
Right.
life was out of balance until he met his wife.
Right.
And then of course like the Dimension cops are all like
Well, then maybe that's the other argument, the balance. 1 minute the guy, oh my god, he's running 50 miles an hour. And then the other one is like, you tackled him.
Yeah.
You know, when can he move faster than a bullet and when can't he? There's no rhyme or reason.
he's able to do it when it's dramatically appropriate.
Right.
Pretty much, yeah. It's
You know,
I think that's up to the
I mean, I
the
like, there's
director.
one that they kind of don't really do a lot with it, but it's at the beginning where a cop's like pointing a shotgun at the good Jet Li, and he just straight up like elbows a shotgun in two.
Right.
Which I mean, that's the first sign that he's kind of starting to
kind of
superhuman.
strong.
Yeah.
Maybe if they showed one scene where they're like one of them was sitting down and eating like 4,000 calories at a meal, that would show like some reason you're like, oh, okay, so he's faster, he's smarter, he's stronger, and he just needs more fuel.
Like a faster metabolism, like the
yeah,
Flash.
kind of like the
Because the
Flash.
one thing is like, there's one part where Funch is basically, he's explaining real fast, and he's just like, yeah, come, had the answer, and it just came to you real quick. Yeah, I never saw any evidence of that in this movie.
No.
I mean, there was never really showing that like good Jet Li ever had any of these
Could think
lightning
faster.
fast like decisions.
Yep.
No, the other one, yeah, you saw tons of examples of the bad Jet Li doing that.
You said the writers were from X-Files on this movie?
Yeah, James Wong and Glenn Morgan.
Oh, nice. And then James Wan directed it, and he said he directed also Dragon Ball Evolution later
Yeah,
on.
unfortunately.
Is that what you don't like about it? That's connected to Dragon Ball Evolution.
Yeah, though I can't blame him for this early iteration for what he would go on and do, but I don't know. I liked it pretty well. I don't know. I would have liked to see probably a little bit more with like the home life and a little bit more delving into the character of like Gabe, for me to root for him, as opposed to just he's the good guy foil to this bad foil.
I kind of get what you're saying, where basically, definitely Yulaw is, in his scenery-chewing glory, is the more entertaining of the two characters.
He is, by far.
Well, it's like you said when I was like, what about the one? And you're like, oh, the movie where the bad guy gets a happy ending.
Yeah, pretty much.
At least by his lot. I mean, we're not going to go into it, but by the logic of the movie and by what the good Jet Li and the bad Jet Li want,
yeah,
the bad Jet Li gets put in a situation that is perfect for his capabilities and his desires.
Exactly. The good guy's Gabe, the bad guy's you.
This movie
Biblical?
was before that whole
Writers probably thought so.
inspiration of movies creating television shows.
Mm-hmm.
But could you have imagined this one becoming a television show?
It'd be pretty cool, yeah. Just like Jet Li, just like jetting across the multiverse, beating people's asses.
Funch and Jet Li going around the Funch Patrol.
Funch
21
Funch. The Funch Bunch.
Jet Li and the Funky Funch Bunch.
21 Funch Street.
21 Funch verse. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, for me, what I didn't like, granted, actually, Jet Li was pretty good performance-wise. I mean, he conveyed the emotions he was like.
He was a lot better in English in this movie than Romeo Must Die, because Romeo Must Die, he was kind of choppy with English.
The only thing is, by comparison, like a lot of the other actors, even Delroy Lindo, like, and all the incidental characters, real stilted performances.
Felt like they were phoning it in.
Very wooden performances.
Yeah.
Even Carla Gugino, to an extent, as Gabe's wife. I mean, she was kind of phoning it in.
Her name was TK. They didn't even give her a real name.
I have to do this role because I owe somebody a favor. That's why I'm here. Boom. There you go.
And then
those poor Pepsi machines everywhere.
I know, right? Not a Pepsi machine survived. What, did Coke fund the movie?
And like I said, the CG was not great.
Mm.
And the thing is, it's not that they use it once and they don't. They use this the portal effect a lot in
the
this
portal
movie.
CG's bad, but the
bullet time
access the computer, the little computer thing that pops up, that was kind of neat.
Oh, and actually I do give them credit that production standpoint, like the guns that they have. I mean, apparently in the future they just, how do you make guns look futuristic? Put a buttload of attachments on them.
Make it glow blue.
Like assault rifles with like shotgun underbarrels and like scopes and baffles and.
Oh yeah,
this one shoots 25 homing bullets.
Make a gun with 5.
Never uses the homing aspect.
Yeah, nope, he never does.
That's
expensive, Dave.
Talks about this super gun that has like a clip of 25 explosive smart rounds, and blah blah blah. And the thing is,
he drops it.
He shoots it at him once and misses, and like then drops it. Then I'm assuming it gets blown up.
It gets melted in that fire.
Oh yeah.
When he's stuck in the little, and he can see out his perfect square window.
It's
laying right there in front of it. Gabe, I'm talking out of the side of my mouth. I'm serious right now.
You will believe Jason Statham is the rats in the wall.
It's got hot, kid.
But no, I mean really just the unevenness of performances in this movie. But I mean really, if you're marking this as a Jet Li movie and Jet Li's one of the best actors in the movie, then you're doing something right.
He knocks it out of the park. He is Oscar quality compared to some of the other ones.
I mean, we're making jokes about the guns, but it is a kung fu film, and there is a lot of kung fu.
Oh yeah.
And I mean,
well done, kung fu.
I mean, this is definitely
he fought an MRI
Chop-Socky
machine
adjacent.
He fought an MRI machine.
It is,
and he won.
And he won. To be fair, the MRI machine like disarmed him first.
Right, just took his gun. And
because I mean, this is very much a Hollywood movie, but like I said, it's built around Jet Li's star power and the reputation he's built up in Asia.
It's a Hollywood movie with them not thinking it's going to make a lot of money, so they don't throw a lot of money at it. So what they did with what they had was well done.
I hate to say it, but these are the kind of movies I miss.
Yeah.
Because nowadays you either
nowadays you get a cheap, no budget movie, or you get a $300 million
right.
movie.
Yeah.
You either get
no
giant
middle ways
blockbuster
anywhere.
or a artsy feel good film, and I don't have a problem with artsy feel good film, but sometimes I just want something fun.
Yeah,
There's
no,
a lot
I
of
agree with
leeway in the
that.
middle.
I agree with that.
There's
You're
a lot
not
of
going to
leeway in
get
the middle.
The One or Pet Detective or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those goofy throwaway movies that were fun on a Saturday afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Because all right, and this is like we usually do paper cranes, but I think in honor of this one, we're going to use the Funchometer. So we're going to rate this movie on a scale of one Funch, which is like a vaguely nebulous like Brooklyn / British accent, or the full-on 5 Funches, which is basically
Jason screaming at you in the
thumbing your nose to procedure.
One Funch is when they forgot your fries. 5 Funches is when you got to send Gabe back to the universe where he's going to be a wanted man and his wife is dead, and that's total bullshit.
So, how many Funches would you give this movie?
I'm giving this movie 4 Funches.
4
I want to
Funches.
open my trunk up and pull this movie out when it needs to be out. Because this movie and its little brother are some badass.
I see where you're going. I'm going to give it 3 Funches. The Funches right in the middle of the Funches.
Right in the middle
because of balance in the Funch spectrum.
So basically you're saying...
You went for balance.
You went for balance. You went for like the Zen Funch.
The Zen Funch.
As in Funch trying to hastily and not at all like intelligently explain the concept of a multiverse to Gabe.
Exactly.
In some random hallway.
I give it 3 Funches just because. Next scene.
Actually, I'm going to give it 3.5 Funches.
Ooh, right in the middle.
Basically, 3.5 Funches where Funches actually uses some pretty genius detective work to like legitimately stop people from making a terrible decision.
Yeah,
I mean,
good for Funch.
Like I said, I mean, it is
just
just an action like popcorn movie with some sci-fi trappings, but I mean, it's a lot of fun.
For what it is, it's good.
It's a little dated, but I mean, still entertaining. I didn't basically like, oh, I should have never watched this movie again. Like sometimes when you watch a movie that's really old and you watch
none of us had seen it since it was in the theater.
Yeah, it's been a while, so it was new to us again, more or less. And then I like the they had the in one universe Bush won the presidency, in one universe Al Gore won the presidency. So they always walk by the same TV.
That Gabe's world was still kind of like an alternate world because they had the news blurb about President Bush W signing the signature on his worldwide health care bill.
Yep.
And gas was still $1.70.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was in 2000, but it was probably closer to 2.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it wasn't our verse, it wasn't their verse. Maybe Funch is from our verse.
Maybe he's from the Funch verse.
He's got his own universe.
In Funch Hills.
Meanwhile, it's stately Funch Manor.
I think you're going a little too Funch.
Ting!
But I mean, this is...
Unfortunately,
it's not really... It's not. I don't think it's available on any streaming services. I mean, you can buy it for like $10 on Amazon
or $1. Like,
I'm say you can probably find it for $5.
I mean, this is one of those movies that I'm pretty sure, like, if you're paying more than like $5 for this movie, I think you're getting ripped
on
off.
DVD. Yeah,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You could probably find it somewhere. I mean, you could probably hit Best Buy or
might find it in the dollar bin or like the bargain bin.
And get them to mail it to you for $9.99 or something.
Yeah.
Or if where you're
features.
living at, you still have like a video store that has really cheap rentals of old movies, you'd probably find
in
it.
honor of 2001. You know, if you had a Blockbuster,
it'd probably be a family video because we still have a family video where we're shooting here from. So might be a front for something. We don't know, but they're still open.
What are you trying to say?
I don't know.
Should Detective Funch go and investigate?
Yeah.
We need some Funch.
You got a Funch hunch going
I've got a Funch.
He should be sitting there wearing a tie going, yeah, if you rent the new release, you get 2 kid movies free.
Ooh.
Would you like to have my Funch hunch on which movie you should get?
I've got a Funch.
Let me talk out of the side of my face so you know I'm serious.
But, I mean, really, like I said, final thoughts on the one?
I'd watch it again. And I suggest you do the same.
Me too. Jet Li is a master of his craft, and it's fun. It's just a fun romp.
No, I mean, like I said, yeah, definitely worth a shot watching it, or watching it for the first time if you want to see quite a bit of Jet Li hitting himself.
Oh yeah.
But all right, guys. Thanks. That'll be it for this episode of Chop-Socky Cinema. As always, please like, share, and subscribe. Now we are part of the Geek Carolina Network on YouTube. Woohoo! We made it, folks! Yeah! Finally, we're back at it. But anyways, thanks for tuning in. I'm Josh.
I'm Roger.
I'm David.
And we will see you at the Funch House.